Yo, what is up, you guys? We are here back with another tutorial. We're gonna start off with a medium drop. We'll start off with also the double zero clipper. Bro, honestly, these Babyliss clippers, bro, they're my favorite for sure. Can't go wrong with Babyliss. Also, Gamma. Gamma has a pretty good clippers, bro. But yeah, I mean, just making our first guideline here with the double zero. Since he wants it dropped, it's pretty much going to be medium and then kind of dropping down, kind of like a low fade. But making sure everything is nice and neat. And remember, every guideline is going to be a finger length. I'm right here, I'm starting off with a 1.5, making it about 2 fingers wide. Making sure they're pretty big strokes. You want to make sure you give some, pretty big sized strokes. Like, don't be scared of going up too high. As long as your guidelines are neat, you'll be good. Right here on the 1.5, I kind of went a little bit low, but I'll be going back and pretty much making it wider a little bit in the back, just since I kind of stayed a little bit low. But right here, this guideline is the half, so it's gonna be double zero, half, and 1.5. Everything's flowing smoothly, and then once the fading process starts, it's gonna be, just opening it lightly, opening up that lever and that clipper. This is the double zero brown, or the triple zero brown. This is also one of my favorite shaving clippers. These are the main reason I like these is because they clean themselves. Or you gotta get the liquid, press the button, boom, cleans. Really recommend this clipper later on. So right here I am starting to fade. So since it was half, I close it down to a 0 and I open it up a notch, little by little by little. You see that? So it goes from double zero, 0, slightly opening it up till you're in half. 0, one notch open, another notch open, and then half. 0 again, notch open, all the way, boom, already half. As soon as you're all the way opened, you have to be right on top of that guideline, but don't go higher if it's not all the way open. So 0, fading, open notch, open a notch, or actually I kind of skipped a notch right there, but boom. That's where the fade starts pretty much processing. 0, open a notch, open a notch, close it again, and then kind of go back and do some details. But same, that's pretty much the process of each fade. It's just opening it up enough but not going too high, because as soon as it's open, you better not be going over that guideline. But 0, opening it up a little bit, and then now this is 1. Since it was a 1.5, to fade it, you have to pretty much do a 1. Same process. 1, opening it up, little. I kind of skipped some notches, but that's just depending on the fade. I'm just trying to erase that guideline from the half and then the 1. But that's when the half guard comes into play, which is going to be the next step. This is just fading that guideline right there that I'm trying to get rid of. But that's pretty much all the process is, just opening up the lever. So boom, 1, open up a notch, open it all the way. I kind of pretty much just go half of it, like 0, like 1, one to the half, and then all the way open. Trying to describe it in how I feel when I'm trying to fade it. But yeah, so one and then open it, boom, and that's pretty much how the fade goes. Just practicing, learning, practicing. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is gonna take you a lot of failure to understand the process, because no matter how much I was seeing it on videos, it's like you have to get that feel of how it's gonna be. And then so here's the half guard, which is trying to get rid of that one line. On the half guard, you gotta be careful not to go way too high, because if you go too high, then it's just gonna be back to one, and then you're gonna have to get again the one guard, and then keep taking it up and up and up and up, and then you just made a high fade right there, which we're trying to keep it medium. But I mean, as you can tell, the the fade is kind of coming through, and yeah, just keep trying to not go too high. Either way, the last guard is this one right here, the 1.5, which is just making some space for me, in my opinion, so I could blend it with the clipper over comb. Some people fade it from the one guard. This is the 1.5 guard, the little slightly bigger. So you just keep fading. I mean, since I turned the volume down, you can't really hear it cutting, but you know when you're going too high once you hear it cutting way too much. But here's just the clip over comb. You must learn this. You have to learn this. This is gonna be your best friend, and you don't understand how important this is, because this is what really, really, really details a haircut. And this was the hardest part for me to learn. Just clip over comb, and just fading that side to the top. Also not making it too high where it becomes a high fade. So some people, they don't like it. They use the clip over comb differently. Some people use the clipper. I like to use the 00 clipper, the trimmers, because I feel like for me that's a more accurate way, just because I could get like to the millisecond of the hair follicle. Some people have to use the big clipper because it's better for them. I mean, it depends on what type of clipper you also use for the fading with the clip over comb. But this is my preference. I've used the regular clippers, and I don't know why I don't like the feel. I don't know why, but this you must learn. You just gotta practice. Cut little by little. Shit, it's gonna take you hours. It's gonna take you a lot of practice, a lot of failure, being scared, not cutting too much, and then cutting the right amount. But when it comes to this shit, you just chop that shit off, to be honest. Chop it off. I mean, obviously don't go too deep, but always like try to angle the comb to give it a shape, just like artwork. It's just like a piece of artwork. I'm trying not to cut too much. Make sure the sides are good. And it's just little by little. I mean, I know exactly how his head is shaped. So I know how much I sometimes need to take. Sometimes if you're a very beginner, you gotta chop some hair off pretty bad. But hey, you will learn. You will learn if you're fully committed to it. It's just a practice. Anyone can learn. Anyone can literally be a barber. Seriously. It's just how dedicated and committed you are, and how much practice you really want to put in. And I always hear people, oh yeah, I want to be a barber. It's like, all right, what is it going to really take for you to be a barber? What it really takes is commitment shadowing people, practice on people, and just know that you are just learning and letting them know that you're learning, and just keep practicing and practicing and practicing. Pretty much working for free. Yeah, this is my station right here. I have the mic in the camera in my chest, which is pretty fun. Pretty fun doing it. It's kind of sometimes tedious, but it's pretty fun. And here at the end, right here towards the end, it's pretty much just detailing and making sure it's nice and clean. I'm using the thin and shears. Also, that also gives it a pretty good look. Same goes with this. Is like you gotta just try to, try to use all your resources. You don't need to use this if you don't want, but I like it. I think it's just like it gives it the perfect. If you're trying to have it angled at a certain way, it's gonna cut not too much, but also not too little. Yeah, that's pretty much how the fade is gonna be. And I'm not gonna be cutting anything off the top. But it's just pretty much just the fade in itself. And man, if you're from Colorado, pull up to Blueprint. We're located on 112th and Huron. This is gonna be pretty much it. I mean,